My name is Pete Sellick, and I'm president of the Truck Tire Division for Michelin Group.
Pete, why are we here today? What is it that people don't know about tires in general and about emissions?
Most people, most fleet owners, do not understand the significance of the fuel economy impact of tires. Tires basically consume 20% of the fuel of a car, and they consume 30% of the fuel of a truck. And when I say consume the fuel, that's the fuel that's required to overcome the rolling resistance of the tire. The rolling resistance is the deformation of the tire as it reaches the contact patch, and it's a huge aspect in terms of the energy usage of a vehicle.
And so you're using a lot more fuel if you don't have a good rolling resistance.
That's exactly right. And tires, the best tires to the worst tires in terms of rolling resistance is a 50% difference. So in fact, tires do make a big difference. The tire purchase is a very significant one in terms of fuel economy and in terms of emissions related to that.
Okay, so for consumers, regular consumers that are going to go out and buy a new set of tires, is there something on Michelin's tires that they can see that will make a difference in what they should be purchasing and or not purchasing?
Today, despite the fact that there is a significant difference in rolling resistance between tires, there is no marking on tires that will identify that difference. We're in the process of working with industry organizations in trying to get labeling put onto tires to make it easier. But despite that, today consumers can go into their dealers and they can ask about rolling resistance, and the dealers in many cases are well informed and can help them make a well-informed choice.
Last night we attended a green meter event in Michelin. What is that?
Last night we launched in 4 cities, in Shanghai, in Berlin, in Paris, and in New York City in Times Square. We revealed a counter where we announce and we track on a second-by-second basis the amount of fuel that's been saved by people who have been using Michelin green energy tires over the last 15 years. The number of gallons, which was 2.4 billion gallons of fuel, and also the tons of CO2 emissions that have been avoided, and that number is 250 million tons of emissions.
So what is a green tire by Michelin?
A green tire is a tire that has lower rolling resistance based on how we have designed the tire, based on the materials that we use in the tire.
And yet you still don't have like a little green addendum guy on there and say, buy me, I'm rolling resistance.
The tire is not actually green, although it is marked with a logo on the sidewall for Michelin tires, which we call the Green X.
Okay.
And that tire indicates that it is a lower rolling resistance product.
So if consumers are looking for the highest rolling resistance or the lowest rolling resistance for the highest fuel economy, if they went in to find a Michelin, they look for the Michelin tire that says Green X on it.
That's the labeling today that exists. Green X will identify Michelin tire as a low rolling resistance tire. But again, dealers are more and more aware of this, and they can help if you specifically ask the question, what tire can I buy that will minimize my fuel bill?
And how much have we saved so far in CO2 and fuel economy? Do you have those numbers right now?
Well, the numbers on the counters are constantly changing, but the number last night was, we believe, very conservatively, that people using low energy, low rolling resistance Michelin products since 1992 have saved over 2.4 billion gallons of gas, and they've avoided the emission of over 250 million tons of CO2.
Wow.
That's big. Those are big numbers.
Those are big numbers.
And they're growing every second.
Pete, thank you very much.
Thank you.